So if she goes to court and fights NAPO on the township issue, I wonder what do you think that there's a chance for her to get on the ballot at all in April, or you just think that it's
No,
probably not?
she would still have to be a write-in.
It's such a shock that that type of administration has been able to get in there. Not just Tiffany, but everybody around her. But
Hello.
I could see everybody was rejoicing yesterday. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, it's man, it's crazy. I mean, when you look at the residents, it's almost like everybody getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody been locked
Listen,
and
it
everybody just been
was the
free.
biggest joy to see her defeated. Do you know how many meetings that I've been to where she tried to have me put out, tried to have us stand outside in the heat for almost an hour before she prance her little ass up in the meetings? How many times you feel like you can make people go back and go through the metal detector because you just want to, even though we've been sitting in the building? It's like you done so many things to us residents. But then you come up and you be out of order at a meeting, and you think you're supposed to just be able to fly because you who the supervisor? Girl, no. I was
You know what?
ecstatic.
That is such a good point because I think that people who don't go to the meetings, and I'm glad you said that because like I said before, a lot of people kind of sit back and this is kind of a movie to a lot of people,
Yes.
but they really don't understand all of what you just said. I mean, the constant going to meetings and
Listen,
going through stuff like that. And I'm sure she's been petty and done stuff like that just to fuck with y'all, just
absolutely.
because, you know, and
Absolutely.
ain't nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain
And her
point,
security and her police department. And it's like, excuse me,
you just got to take it.
you just gotta take it. Cause what more can you do?
Yeah.
And then she had the meeting, like when we was at the village hall, only 42 people could come into the meeting. So you have other
Yeah.
people standing outside that you won't even let in because only 42 people can come in. Man, you every meeting that we've had, if you pay attention to the meetings that was in the village hall, Michael Smith, Keith Price, and Kamal Woods all sat behind the little divider thing where the employees desks are at, where all their pertinent information is at. That's where they sat. But they
Hmm.
was already inside. Like they never have to wait. They don't have to scan. They don't have to go through security. None of that. But us residents, you treat us like we criminals, and all of them
Yeah.
are the ones that got the records, not us.
Well, and I also told you last time we talked about this was that the residents, the microphones, the audio is always going bad on certain people, or the audio is really
That was
low.
all compliments of William Horace Mo. Like,
I was like, I'm like, why does her microphone is always working, and then other people's audio is
listen,
distorted
that
or it's too
that's all.
low?
When we were like up there talking, he would definitely have us muted because what he didn't want was for what we were saying to be on the Village of Dalton YouTube page, if that makes sense. So,
No, it
like,
makes perfect sense. It makes
if the
perfect sense.
news was there, the news could hear what I'm saying and they could take my sound clips and use it. But
Right.
when I'm on the Village of Dalton, whatever I said on their page will never be heard. So you
Yeah.
will never hear people actually telling her about herself. And let me say this, because I hope she's watching this video. So what you only catering to the seniors, but you don't even care about the veterans, the people that are disabled.
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk about that
Mm-hmm.
ever. It's only the seniors. And which my grandma is a senior, my dad is a senior. A lot of the people that I met on this journey are seniors. So it's no shade against seniors because I'll be a senior soon.
Of course.
However, that's your only target audience. Why don't you care
Well,
about
and you could tell me if I'm wrong. If the seniors, especially when you're talking about older black seniors who
Mhm.
are, Democrat all their lives, and if you take care of seniors in a certain way, they're gonna look at you and say, "Look at this young sister. She's taking care of the residents," and
She
they're
can't
not gonna
go wrong.
scrutinize you as much.
She can't do no wrong. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
they're not gonna scrutinize you like the people in our age range.
Right. She can't do no wrong. For some of the seniors, not all of them. Because listen, I had one
Yeah.
lady, and I'm gonna tell you this story. And I'm pouring water, so don't judge me. But I'm thirsty. I had one lady
Oh,
that
it's all good.
was against us. Now, mind you, I told you we've been fighting this fight for almost 4 years. Tiffany got in August. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
got into office in July, 4th of July. That's when she started misspending. Right. That's when we started fighting
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Like, but I was by myself. I was rogue. And this was before the Dolton Politics page came about, and we was just going online fighting. Then we had a inside group. That's how I got acquainted with a lot of the residents, because I wasn't on. I didn't know that they were fighting like I was fighting. And when I got acquainted with them, it was this one lady. She was a senior, like you just said. She was so manipulated and brainwashed by Tiffany. When I say manipulated, manipulated. And she believed everything that Tiffany did, everything that Tiffany did. She thought that we were just evil, just out to try and get Tiffany. Like, she went head to toe with everybody for Tiffany, because she felt like Tiffany could do no wrong. And then she saw the light.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Her birthday on the same day as mine. And now we're cool. Now she comes out to the events, and she understands what Tiffany have done and wrong, that's wrong. And she reads the report. She sees the financial statement. She sees that what we were saying and what we were providing was the actual truth. See, what most people don't want to do is they don't want to read. When you read the writing that's on the
Yeah.
wall, you'll understand what's really going on. Instead of letting her tell you what's going on, you have to investigate it for yourself. Most seniors
Right.
don't do that, and they don't understand technology, so
Yeah.
they don't have the proper access to like Google
Yeah.
like we would. You understand what I'm saying? So like I told you with the other
Right.
lady that came
Yeah.
up to me in a grocery
Absolutely.
store, like she was mad at the trustees because she felt like the trustees was not paying the bills, because that's what Tiffany tell them every single meeting. They not paying the bills. They not paying the bills. What they're not paying is the unapproved bills that you have put on a warrant list that should not be on there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
had to let the trustees
Yeah.
know that, because y'all have to understand that these people are going to vote as well as everybody else. So if you don't make it clear to them on why you're not paying certain bills, they're just thinking that, oh, they just against Tiffany, they just being mean, they just being rude. They're not gonna read.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
Well,
read.
you know what though? When you mentioned that at the last meeting, I thought that was such a great point to point that out to the trustees, because I think that is a little point that the trustees may not have been really catching on to, or really clamping on to, the fact that that is a main reason why a lot of Henyard's supporters are seniors, because of the things you said.
She
They not on social media like that. Some of them don't even use computers like that. And the
listen.
fact that
They only watch the news, and that's so true, because
right,
they see what they see on the news, and then they go off of it. That's like my grandma. My grandma is 93 years old, and my grandma would never
yeah,
see none of the work that I'm doing, because unless I hit the news in Philadelphia, she ain't gonna know. My grandma did
right,
not go on YouTube. She
she
don't
ain't
go on
gonna
the
know.
internet. She don't do none of that. She read the
Right,
newspaper every day, and she watched the news every
right,
day, and her cowboy movies.
yeah,
So therefore, like I said, with seniors, you can easily manipulate them, because they don't understand outside of what's on channel 2, channel 5, 7, and Fox 32. They don't understand what's going on in the world, and they're not going to come to the meetings like most people are. They're not going to watch the meetings on YouTube. So they don't know that you really are this evil person. And the reason why the trustees have to stop you is because you done stole all our money. But the seniors not gonna
yeah,
understand that, because nobody is explaining it to them. So
yeah. They're not gonna question where the money came to buy something. They just gonna be happy by the gesture of whatever they got. It's kind of like on one hand, you look at this woman and you say, okay, she's a mayor or township supervisor and she's trying to do these things for the residents. On one hand, the gesture looks really good, right? But
Mhm.
on the other hand, like you said, the cold hard fact is that how is it being paid for? Because one hand does this and the other hand does the other does the other thing. So,
Listen,
one hand is
those
doing something nice for you.
prizes give out, and it's not like she give out like one TV per bingo game. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that win
Yeah,
prizes at bingo, they get big prizes. That's why she call it big bingo. We pay for that. That's not free
yeah,
TV. That's not free washing machines. That's not free dryers. That stuff come from Amazon, from gift cards, from everything that's on the on the agenda or on the warrant list that has to be paid. Or
has to be paid.
they already
You know what?
bought it on credit cards and now they need to get it approved so that way they can make sure that they keep buying stuff. So it nothing is free.
You know
And
what it's like? Oh no, I was just gonna say it's almost like if I was to have access to your bank account and I just use your money to buy you some gifts. You know
hello.
what I'm saying? Like I just kept give, I just
Right.
kept giving
It's
you
free. And
gifts
then I'm
out of
telling
your
you,
account.
oh, it's free. What you want?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want a
it's,
MacBook? Okay, give me your credit card. Let me go get you one. It's free. Then
yeah,
you
no
look in your
problem.
account and now your account is overdrawn because I bought you a MacBook with your credit card. Yes.